before dinner, and wearing the bikini. They're allergic to labels, authority, and cheap shoes. Currently, they're launching themselves through life being the good time, bold enough to take risks and inquisitively asking, what's next? They hail from New Hampshire, but they could be anywhere dressed in cute clothes. If they had to share a tombstone, it would read, "Curiosity killed these cats." Your hosts, Lisa and Robin on the mic.
Welcome to another episode of Lisa and Robin on the mic. You are listening on WSMN 1590 AM, 95.3 FM. You can always watch, stream, and listen on WSMN.live as well as YouTube, and we are always up on Spotify.
I did that this morning. I don't know how well I did it, but I was like, oh, I got to do that? He's like, George is like, just dive right in. My co-pilot's
I love
gone.
throwing you in. Just throw her in the deep end. She loves being soaking wet immediately.
As long as I don't have to touch the bottom.
So we are so excited. So I think it was at the beginning of the summer. A lovely listener direct messaged us to let us know that we have some local celebrities. And they were going to be competing on a world stage in Brazil. And so she had us do a shout out to the two of you, wishing you good luck at the beginning of the summer. So I am so excited to welcome Autumn Provost. Hi, Autumn. How are you? Hold, let me put it on. How you doing?
Good.
And then we have Walter Cotito.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great.
So our special guest today, I'm going to let you, Walter, how old are you?
I'm 13.
Autumn, how old are you?
12.
And why are you guys here today? What is so special about you guys other than being amazing humans? But the reason why we want to talk to you.
I'm here today to tell about my story and hopefully to tell about how I'm going to keep creating my story in the world of MMA.
Love it. Love it.
Love it. What about you, Autumn?
I'm here to show how I can fight and all that and talk about it to you guys.
Excellent.
So some pretty amazing humans in the studio with us this morning. I'm so excited to have a conversation.
Yep.
So, Autumn, how did you get involved in MMA?
My school friend, she did jiu-jitsu at a different gym, so I started there. And then the gym wasn't working out, so I moved to Karasaw Tinku Academy, which they've helped me grow and all that.
And how old were you?
I'm 12 years old.
How old were you when you first started?
6 years old, around there.
Wow. And did you see it on television, or was there you just went in?
No, I just went in. My friend was like, you have to join. I was like, I don't know. So then it took me like a year, and then I was like, okay, I'm done with all my other sports. So I was like, I'll join.
And then you fell in love with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu, I started with jiu-jitsu. It was such a good sport, and I had so much friends, and rolling just like gives you something, and it just makes so much fun.
So what made you decide to go MMA? And how many girls are in this sport?
So I went to KTA. I was only doing jiu-jitsu, and my dad saw that there was a boxing and kickboxing, so I joined that, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be good at this. But I joined, and I was like, oh, this is so much fun. And I was like, I got to keep doing this. So I had my first Muay Thai fight a couple years ago against this really small girl. But I did beat her because she just signed up. And then I had one couple months after. She was bigger and heavier, but I still beat her.
Wow.
So that was fun. There's not a lot of girls, though.
There's not a lot of girls.
So
No.
what it's
we
like
don't want to be punched in the face, apparently.
Actually, I got kicked in the head.
You got kicked in the head.
Yeah.
So what is it like to be young and, well, you wouldn't know any different but what is it like to be so young and being in an arena where there's not many women, but when you get into, because we've gone to MMA fights and we actually had
Damon
Galati on, amazing. That was amazing to watch. But what is it like to be in the ring? And I'm going to ask Walter the same thing. When you're getting ready to fight and you step in that cage, what does it feel like? Like, how do you calm your nerves down and just ground and being like, okay, I got this?
You have to focus. So when I get in the cage, most of my thoughts just go away. And I'm just like, you got to fight. You have to be there and ready for it. So when I'm fighting someone, I just focus. I don't really focus at all. It kind of just like my instincts come in.
You just move.
Yeah, just move.
And are you scared? Or are you trained through that?
Sometimes, like a jiu-jitsu tournament, like past them, I was so scared. I threw up. I almost threw up a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
But then after, as I started getting better, I was like, okay, I got this. Just go in there and have fun.
Yeah. So, Walter, what about you? When did you start?
I started after my dad was always my role model as a child, and he became a pro fighter, Walter Cotito Sr.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up following in his footsteps and joining his gym and following his legacy.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And so you had seen it modeled to know that, you're seeing your dad fight, seeing him train. So that was one of the impetuses to make you move forward.
Yeah, definitely. It seemed I'd just gone to the gym at an extremely young age. I started strength and conditioning around 4 years old, and
You
I
must
just
have been
kept going from
adorable
there.
at 4 years old.
Well,
to
he's
be strength
adorable
training.
now. Like,
Yeah. Thank you.
so what is it? So what was it like for your first tournament? To like, I mean, obviously you've got your dad, who's a superstar, and when your first, do you even remember your first competition? Like, what is it like? Hey, I'm doing it. I'm doing what my dad does. Did you have a sense of?
I don't fully remember, but I started my martial arts journey in wrestling, actually.
Mm.
So I went through just the basic Nashua Boys and Girls Club wrestling route, and I started with this beginners tournament, and it seemed to just come a little naturally, Yeah.
So you had talked about rolling. So I had a friend, more business relationship, but she said she's doing jiu-jitsu and you got to roll around. I'm like, I don't know if I want my face smushed against the plastic for too long. I imagine being in a compromised position because I'm not going to be good at it. You said it just gives you something. Is that something confidence? What do you think? Like people call it rolling, and everybody who talks about it, Elon Musk rolls, like Joe Rogan, like you have all these amazing people. What is it about that process do you think that you like so much?
Confidence. Yeah, that's one thing. It's where you get in there and you're like, I got this. But some people, like my friend, when I used to fight her, I used to fight there and I was like going at it. But then after, we're just friends. And that's what my dad used to tell me. I was like, this is crazy how you can just go into a match and fight someone really hard. Like you're trying to kill them. But after, you just come out as friends and just like hang out with each other and actually get to know each other.
Well,
'Cause
it's
your
'cause it's the
respect,
thing
your
that you do. It's not
yeah.
personal.
Yeah.
It's an art.
It
It's an
is.
art. It's an activity. It's a sport. It's not personal.
Mhm.
Which, and I think you see as like wrestling, and you see sports on you build up that camaraderie. You build up that. But I think that's more for media. Building up that hype and that pitting a so and so against. We watched it when we watched Damien.
Yes.
They want to get the audience. I think that helps get the audience involved. But I think a lot of times, like even Damien was saying, he's like we're friends.
And it's the respect of you understand how much work goes into what they're doing. They understand how much work, and you see this opponent. Yes, they're your opponent, but you're both willingly going into the arena together for a mutual issue,
Yeah.
even though you want the outcome to be that you've won. Right? You're going. You have a mutual exchange going on. And Walter, do you feel like MMA is a community sport, or do you feel like when you're in there you're all alone?
To me, it just feels like a kind of relief system. It seems to be like the place where I can feel the most relaxed and not overthinking. Yeah.
That's interesting.
So tell us first. We want to go and hear all of the things that you've participated in and all of your awards and
All that good stuff. Tell us all about that.
Yeah.
so. Well, tell us about that. But and then because I do want to ask, like, how did you guys get to Brazil?
So every year there is a company named Gamma. It stands for Global Association of Mixed Martial Arts. And they hold, each country has kind of a team, like Team USA, Team Peru, Team Brazil, everything like that. And each year they hold nationals, usually in the middle of the country. And each country will participate each year or like ask if they can accommodate for worlds that year. So countries take turns and they travel around the world on where they're going to hold worlds.
Oh, cool. Kinda like the
Yeah,
Olympics.
yeah,
Like every
yeah.
place you're going somewhere different. So it allows you to travel. And when you went, you said it was in the middle of the country this year to get to nationals?
Yeah. So we always take a big team. This year, actually, at first we thought it was only youth, but we are gonna start taking adults too.
Really?
Yeah. So, yeah, we just take a big team to nationals, and you have to qualify top first or second to make it to worlds.
Is it elimination? So like 2 of you are fighting, the winner of that one, 2 of you are
Yeah,
fighting.
single elimination.
Single elimination. Thank
Mhm.
you.
Yeah.
I don't know all the terminology.
So
Yeah.
how many?
so smart.
So how many were in your bracket that you from?
Eliminated.
Well, everybody.
I eliminated all of them. But how many fights did you have?
So I competed in 2 brackets this year. You're allowed to double bracket or even triple bracket.
And what does a bracket consist of?
A bracket consists of weight class and age class.
Ooh.
So you can switch it up a little bit,
Uh-huh.
mix and match. But I had, I think, 6 or 7 kids in my first bracket, and I had about 4 or 5 in my second bracket.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what about you, Autumn?
In nationals, I only fought one because I didn't know if I wanted to do 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I fought against 2 girls. They were both pretty good. One was a national champion of wrestling.
Wow.
My dad showed me a video of her fighting the day before, and I was like,
Oh, don't
No,
do that.
don't do that. Don't do that, please.
Let me go in blind. I don't want to know what I'm up against.
Yes.
Yeah, but my first fight was against this girl. I'm pretty sure she previously fought in Worlds. And we were fighting in the second match. I let go of her and she just face planted on the mats. And I was like, oh no. But I lost and I won by KO. So that was pretty fun. And then the next match, I'm pretty sure I choked her out in a rear naked choke on the first match.
That's my favorite move.
I
That and a
know.
number.
I love that move.
I always know that I would never be able to do it properly, but I really want to. There's a lot of people in traffic and at the supermarket. I want a rear naked choke. Maybe you guys can give me some moves.
Yeah.
Or the nosy neighbor. I'm just saying.
So you get to travel for your sport. What does that feel like, Walter?
It's amazing. It feels like each place we travel is a new goal reached. And it's definitely fun because you can also go with your team. So it's a little bit of the perfect mixture of a team and a single person sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is your accomplishments starting from your beginning all the way up?
So when I was young, I told you guys I started with wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So I just started winning state championships my first year wrestling.
Wow.
Yeah. And now I finally racked up about 4. And then after that, I proceeded to take wrestling to the next level through Doughboys Wrestling Club in Lowell. And I became an All-American wrestler at national tournaments and stuff.
Wow.
And how old were you when you did this?
I was about 9 when I was nationally wrestling, and the state champions were built up through the year. Yeah.
So how did you guys do in Brazil? How did you guys do was it World?
Yeah, it was Worlds.
And how did you like traveling to Brazil, first of all?
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Was it so much
Yeah.
fun?
So our first flight, we got connection to Cuba.
Mhm.
It
Ooh.
was so much fun.
Yeah.
But we didn't get to leave the airport.
Oh.
But I did have food there. It was pretty good.
Was it really
yeah,
good?
but it
Yeah.
was still in the airport.
Mm-hmm.
Wish I could see outside the windows. It was pretty, but
Yeah.
Well, it was
We didn't get to
interesting
go out.
because when we just came back through the Caribbean, we landed in Miami, and all of it, we saw all these flights to Cuba, and I'm like, can we travel to Cuba now? Because I want to go. So I'm
there's
jealous.
some great diving
Yeah.
and snorkeling.
So I'm jealous. So then you go to Brazil, and did you get to experience the food and the culture and all of that kind of fun
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah,
we
definitely.
stayed a week after, and we just got to explore all of it.
What was your favorite part
My favorite part.
besides fighting and winning?
Oh my god, that's really hard to choose out of. Okay, so my favorite part would be horseback riding. That was pretty fun.
Wow.
We were trying to go to a soccer match, but there was no soccer to go to, so that was sad.
that would
I
be-
know
that
to
would've been
see
fun.
soccer in
Yeah.
Brazil,
Oh my
right?
We just perfectly missed it. It was the Copa World Cup, or like the club team World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we just
We just
horribly
missed it.
timed that.
So how big is your how many Team USA went?
So I think about, for the youth, 70 kids maybe.
Wow.
And for the
Wow.
adults, we had another about 35 or so.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you almost had your own plane.
That's a big showing. But I mean, that sounds like a big showing.
Do you
for
need
us.
chaperones the next time you go somewhere?
Yeah.
Tell us where you're
Oh
going.
my God, you should watch our reels. We are fun chaperones.
We're so
I'm just
fun.
saying, I'm down.
We're
I'm-
good, we're
I'm
good
easy to travel.
cheerleaders. Yeah.
Yeah.
My passport's up to date.
We
Oh, good,
love
I'm good.
MMA. We love all of this stuff. We'll cheer you on. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
And we can do live. And I'll bring my own radio. I'll bring my own headphones and microphone.
Yeah.
So what do you think is going to be, so you just had this amazing experience. What do you think is next for you, Walter?
So next for me is either Junior Olympics in Greece this November. Yeah.
Definitely need a chaperone for that.
Yeah, November 7th through 9 in Athens, Greece. And that'll be amazing. Gamma is trying to get youth MMA into the Junior Olympics because they're just trying to spread it around the world.
So
as
when
national
will you
sport.
know? So when will you know when they, if they're going to get MMA in, or is it already in?
So that's what they're holding Greece for. The actual Olympic Committee is running Greece. So they're going to see how well they can run it, what the damages or issues could be, and how it goes. Yeah.
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 Wow.
So what is it? So it's kind of like a trial run before they
Yeah.
say we're going to open this up.
Definitely.
So what are the qualifications just to get to this trial run? Is it open for? I wouldn't say open for anybody, but is it open for
like, do you
the
automatically
elite
get in
and-
because you won the world?
No.
No.
They choose. So the guy that runs the U.S., he gets to choose every person that goes. But you have to be over 14.
Oh, okay.
So he's turning 14 this year. Lucky.
Yeah.
But I'm turning 13. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a waiver to go. Still don't know yet, but hopefully I
And
get
how
to
do
go
you?
too.
Is it just like what is it? Parent signature, physician sign off. Like how does it? What could weight the waiver in your favor?
I don't know. My coach knows more than me because I'm trying to get all the information from him. He's trying to get it all from the guy that runs the U.S.
Yes.
team.
Yeah.
So I'm always at the end of the line right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty sure they're just trying to see if I'm strong enough to do it and like if I'm healthy, if I'm willing to go up, my parents are willing or my coach is willing. That's what I'm thinking it's going to be about.
So what is it like to stay healthy as someone who competes in a very, very physical sport?
My dad, he's very strict on food and he makes us cold plunge every morning. This morning was like 45 and I was like, no, please, no. But he's very like about healthiness and like no canola oil and all that stuff. He doesn't want me to have any fast food. So I'm trying to stay as fit as I can. Every Monday we do leg day. It's just working out and how I can and staying healthy by eating not much calories. It's about what I'm eating, putting through me.
Yeah, like that you're eating
Yeah.
nutritionally dense food.
Yeah.
So what about what's been your worst injury so far?
I got punched in the face. I got a nosebleed.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that bad. I've been getting nosebleeds so much lately from like a little nudge on the ground and all that. So my worst injury would probably be a nosebleed. I haven't got hurt lately at all.
Well, that's
Yeah,
good.
okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Walter?
For the recovery or for the injury?
Let's do both. Let's do recovery first. Let's do
Okay,
training
yeah.
and recovery.
So obviously I have my father. He keeps good looking out for me, you know. But I also have a personal trainer, Levi Daniels. He helps me with my strength and conditioning, my recovery, my mobility, everything along those sorts. And also helps with how my schedules are planned. And after fights, pre-fights, he gives me breathing routines to calm my nerves before fights.
Can you give us some breathing routines to calm our nerves? We're a very nervous group over here.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to come to the studio.
Why
Yeah.
do the 4 in, 4,
Yeah, the box.
The box, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. 4 in, 4 hold, 4 out.
Then
4
we've
hold.
got that fire breathing technique, but I'm literally think that like makes you feel like you're hallucinating, like it
Or
just.
hyperventilating.
I don't want to do it by myself. Like
Yeah.
something's gonna go down. But we also do the Wim Hof. I don't know if you've heard any of those.
Yeah.
But we do.
Yeah.
I actually use Wim Hof when I'm sick a lot of
Yes,
times. It
yes.
helps get it right out of my system and helps me start recovering faster.
It's amazing how much breath work can change your body and change your life.
Yeah, definitely.
Just feeling literal stress, like we just don't realize how much we are not breathing.
Well, we shallow breathe a lot. I think it's because we sit so much. and I think everything's like squished.
Yeah.
That's what I
I'm
think.
always
Because
tense. I
sometimes
think I'm
like,
always just holding my body tight.
yeah, yeah.
That's why I
It's
got killer
also-
abs.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, so what is your day? What is your day? And by the way, you both are homeschool, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what is your? Let's just say
Yeah,
what is
run us
your,
through your day.
or through your week. Like how much training do you have? How much rest time do you have? You talk about we talked about
Fun.
like
What kind of
what's
fun
your,
do you have?
what does your diet consist of too?
Yeah. So my week consists of, or my usual day will consist of, or at least a training day. A lot of days, maybe once or twice a week, I'll not train as much in the morning and go during the night so I can definitely get schoolwork in. But my usual training day will consist of waking up, getting ready for the day. I love eggs, spinach. That's my go-to meal, Quick. I love tea, green tea or chamomile. Definitely great. And then I'll go to the gym and train 9 through 11, kickboxing and jiu-jitsu. And then I'll take 11 through 1:30 maybe, and lift weights and do my recovery. And then I'll get home at 2, hit some schoolwork for about 3.5 hours, maybe 4, so I can get back to the gym for 5:15, 6 o'clock for some more training till 8 or 8:30.
So I think it's so smart that you're working out. Then you've got schoolwork. It's almost like you take all the energy,
Yeah.
the opposite. When we went to school, you got up, went to school, sat down, tamping down all that energy. So I think
Yes.
that's a really smart routine to actually do all the working out, then
Yeah.
have your school and then do some more working
So
out.
how many
get it-
calories are you guys consuming in a day? Or is it less on down days?
Yeah, it's definitely less on down days. Down days, I make sure to eat even more, because on my usual days, I might forget a meal
Yeah.
or have
I
to
also
push it
think-
off a little bit.
Yeah, and I can't eat and directly work out. It's like my stomach, we're either going to do a workout or we're going to digest, but we're not doing both at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I always
Especially
find,
when you do something that physical, it makes you not hungry. It's like
Yeah.
you don't want to eat.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and when you said, you used to throw up between, when you get nervous, I also used to get that feeling before sports when I was performing, but also if I worked out really, really hard and didn't properly fuel, I could almost get sick that way too.
Yeah.
so how many days are training days and how many days are down days?
Training days. So for me, I wake up, I cold plunge in the morning, I get ready, I head here because I live an hour away,
Okay.
and then I work at my dad's restaurant, Oddfellows and O'Brien Sports Bar.
Really? Say that again.
Oddfellows and O'Brien Sports Bar,
Nice.
Where's that?
all the way down there.
Oh my
118 Main
goodness.
Street.
Oh my gosh, how cool is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have to drive here an hour. I work there for a couple hours. Then I go to the gym around 5 or 4:30. Then I usually stay there for a couple hours and work out and train and do multiple classes. I'm also teaching one of the classes or helping.
Really?
How cool is
Yeah.
that? What class are you teaching?
I'm teaching kids kickboxing with Sean. His Instagram is the little man or something.
No, it's
I can't
the
remember it.
little space.
I can't remember, but it's something like that.
All right, we'll look him up
Oh,
too.
how cool is that?
So that's interesting. So you're teaching kids behind you what
Yeah.
you know. And how do you like teaching versus being taught?
Teaching, it gives you both different views. So if I'm doing a training, coach is teaching me and showing me his view.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I'm coaching, I had to show someone my view that I got from him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard because you have to explain it. So you can understand it, but it's hard to explain what you're supposed to be doing. And some kids, they're not easy.
Yeah.
I get
bet.
it. It's like trying to teach toddlers how to tie shoes. Like I
Yeah.
think I know how to tie my shoes, but now I'm responsible for this child. How am I going to tell them to? You got to break it down for word. So it's
Yeah,
not
you
easy
do.
sometimes.
Yeah.
They use colors and numbers and all of that. It's easier to use, and you have to keep their brain, you have to keep them interacted.
Yes.
Because if you get them lost, you're probably not going to get them back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard.
Do you think teaching helps you identify what works and what doesn't work?
Yeah. It's like you can see another view. So if
Yeah.
I can see two views, it's better than one view.
Yeah.
And then I can see my view of what I'm trying to do. This is hard. But it gives such a better, just to see how to teach someone,
Mm-hmm.
because then you know how to do it perfectly. Like, not perfectly, but close enough, because you can teach someone it. That's where you have to get up into, like, arm bars are my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to, if I can do it and I can teach it, then I'm pretty good at it, and I can
Yes.
probably do it.
Yeah.
So Walter, what was your biggest injury?
My biggest injury so far has probably been, I think I've broken my nose a couple of times, but mainly it's small bones that get injured, so it's not crucial or anything, but it comes with the sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about, so I've had several shoulder injuries. And so I always feel like when that girl said you should roll with me, I'm like, I don't know, arm bar me right into a frozen shoulder again. I don't know how I feel about that. How are, like, when you talk about mobility training, are you guys nervous about that at that age? Are you so young about mobility of all your joints?
I definitely made sure to start young, and my coach made sure to keep me at that level, because your mobility as a kid is so precious, especially for weightlifting and stuff like that. It hits so many more spots, and in fighting, you need to be able to use full exertion in every position. So it's definitely crucial, and I hope I don't lose my mobility.
Well, you're working on it, so
Yeah.
that's happening.
Yeah.
And
When
taking care of your body too. I think it's
Yeah,
great to
crucial.
do it.
When I was little, I started running with my dad, and I was running a lot. And I was winning. I was going up to the adults, like 10Ks and all that. I was really far. But I was working out, too, with him at the gym. I was running. I was working out. I was keeping myself flexible. And that also helps, indeed, running. Right now, I don't like running.
Yeah. I,
I do track. And
Yeah.
not running.
You don't like long distance running?
I used to do too much. It was just like Gate City riding.
Yeah.
We sponsor them. So we used to do that every Monday, which that was a lot.
And you've got little legs. Your
hate running.
steps are shorter. You've got more to run. Those are more steps to make.
I
That.
know. That
A
was
5K for you is like a 10K. You tell your dad I said that.
I hate running.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
like
she
to run
won't
even if
run.
somebody's chasing me. Like,
She'll fight. So Robin's
Yeah.
of the idea that she will fight you before she
and
runs.
I am not going to, like, in heels. I'm not going to, like, speed up in the crosswalk.
Yeah, I
Stop
got
for
that.
me or hit me.
Yeah, running. I had to talk to someone. One race I was running, there was 2 girls from Ohio. I was like, I'm just going to talk to them the whole time. I finished it still talking to them.
That's awesome. All right, so each of you, what's been your scariest moment?
So, one of
In the
my
ring, out of the ring, when it was your, like,
Out
what,
of
like,
ring,
oh boy.
So definitely one of my scariest moments in the ring is in nationals. I got caught in an armbar in the finals match, but the round was almost over, so I just kind of refused to tap. So I just had to wait out the round, and I think I hyperextended it that day, or I did something to it. It hurt for a couple months after, but that was definitely scary.
Yeah, I mean, well, especially if your body is hurting and you're trapped down and you're like caught between a victory or like you're waiting for that clock and like how long can I hold that pain?
Yeah.
And that can be kind of scary. It can
Well,
freak
I think
yourself
of like
out.
the stubbornness of you need a certain amount of grit and determination so that you don't give up, right? And that you don't give up too soon. But to ride that line where you're not being stubborn and going to get injured because you won't tap out, and I guess in certain moves you just pass out, right? So
Yeah.
it taps out for you. But there's other moves like arm bars or something where if you don't properly ride that line, you're going to be injured.
Yeah,
Or you're going to give up.
Yeah.
So that's like a tough mental game to play. I would
I
think.
think it's really being in tune with your body too. Like
Yeah.
how much can I? Because I think both of you are phenomenal people about, especially just pushing yourself at such a young age. Like
Yeah. And the
Yeah.
discipline that you have.
most adults have not done the stuff that you guys have done.
Yeah, that's
so-
what I get a lot. I was like, you're a kid, you're 12 years old doing this? Like,
Yeah,
what?
you've got a job, you've got school, and you're training. I feel
know.
like, can we have you teaching some 28-year-olds what to do?
Some 30s.
Maybe they need to come to the
Yes,
studio.
yes.
Maybe they need to
Yeah.
come to the
So
academy.
Autumn, what was your scare? What's been
My
your
scare, it
scariest?
was the opposite. Not me getting hurt, but another girl. So I was fighting last year in jiu-jitsu, and I had this girl in the second round with the arm bar at Mohegan Sun. And I was like 10 seconds left, and I was like, I don't want to go into the third round, because the third round's like, you don't know if you're going to win that.
Right.
And she
Yeah.
won the first one. So I was like, I have to win this one. I had an arm bar, and the cage, she had to hold it up, and my head was sticking out of the cage. It was like a boxing cage. So I was like, I just got to rip this arm bar.
Oh, my
I didn't want to
gosh.
hurt her, but I did want to
Right.
win.
Right.
So 10 seconds go and like 5, and I got it. She tapped. I was like, let's go.
All right. Gosh. So how much time do you spend on the road traveling?
A couple of days, like if it matters if we're flying or driving. Because last nationals, we drove to Ohio, Columbus, and that was something.
That was the experience.
Yeah.
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 On a bus?
Yeah, it was like a van.
Oh, vans are better than buses.
Yeah, it was.
I'm just
It was
saying
very cramped, though.
I've driven to Ohio once, and I don't recommend it ever.
Yeah, it was very
Ever.
crammed.
We got caught in a thunderstorm and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were stuck.
Yeah.
But so how many months out of the year, like how much time do you spend in a year traveling for the sport?
So definitely at least 2 events, nationals and worlds. A lot of times, my dad, and especially his pro fighters and big guys, will travel to other teams to train, cross-train in Florida, Kill Cliff, I think it's called. And they travel to Las Vegas, Los Angeles. So we definitely take those big trips as a team. And I think I'll probably take 3 or 4 trips a year for the sport. Yeah.
Super fun.
Yeah,
Same for
same. I would take that, but I do more jiu-jitsu, like local tournaments. So like 45 minutes or closer to that. So they're not as bad, but they're still like it counts up as how many tournaments you do.
you? Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if they had like, some sports they have travel teams. And so does MMA have a travel team kind of a thing? So you go
Yeah.
like state to state?
So last nationals was our first year in Milwaukee, and coach made a travel team between us 2 and 3 other kids. So it's basically us 2 right now because we went to Worlds, but there was another kid and another kid from a different gym coming with us this nationals. So he does like pick people to be into this travel team. I'm pretty sure this is the New Hampshire's travel team, like around there, because I'm pretty sure we were the only ones in New Hampshire to get invited to go to Gama last year.
Wow. So you must be
Pretty
so
impressive.
proud. Yeah. We're very proud of you.
I am. I get goosebumps. Like, some amazing.
You're making
young
me feel very
humans.
guilty about not doing my strength training yesterday. I was like, I'm kind of sore from the rollerblading.
You're in great shape.
You're
so-
making me feel bad. Like
My
I'm gonna
cold
do more.
plunge. I got my ankle in the pool, and I was like, "Oh, it's a little chilly." That was my cold
Yeah,
plunge.
cold punches, they just
So
hurt.
when I joked that the first time I went into cold plunge, it should be fine because we live in New England and this water is cold all year, but it is nothing compared to a
yeah.
cold plunge.
A cold
Yeah.
plunge. Last time, my skin felt like it was ripping off. It was so cold. I was
Do
like,
you cold plunge, sauna, cold plunge?
nope, just cold plunge. So
And
that
how
was
long are you in the cold
Mad
plunge?
respect.
So 1 or
mad
2
respect.
minutes.
Yeah,
my dad does longer, but I'm like, no,
yeah.
it's so cold. So we just got an actual. We used to have ice cubes, but now we got this like thing that moves it around. It makes it
Pod.
so much colder. Yeah,
Oh,
this morning it was 45, and I was like, no, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you cold plunge?
I do. A lot of times during the week, I'll find times if I have a shorter training session or something. I'll go with my dad and all his pro fighters, usually pre-fight if they have fights coming up, basically every week.
Yeah. Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll go to this place in Massachusetts. It's called Numa Therapy or like Strength Therapy or something. And it's a sauna cold plunge. And you'll rotate 20 to 3 sauna to cold plunge.
So that's how I did cold plunging.
Yeah.
Because I was not going to be able to do it without being in a sauna until I was so hot I almost threw up. Then you go in the cold plunge, then you're like, get me back to the sauna.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you do that 3 times. But I will tell you, wow, it felt when it was all said and done.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm
felt-
so glad
it
I did
feels
that.
good.
But during it, you're trying to find any way you're like just lifting your fingertips out of the water because you're like, I just need something not to be so cold.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
You're trying to find some way to just stay in there. And I remember thinking I had been apparently, yelling in my head or, oh my God, this is, like doing that. And the woman was walking me through how to stay in the water. And I thought, wow, man, am I yelling out loud? Is like this coming out? And she said, no, but what's happening in your head happens everybody's head.
Yeah.
I just know how to walk you through it because I thought, wow, am I screaming all this out loud? Because there were obscenities
I
in
get
there.
that.
It
I
was crazy
scream
in
a
there.
lot.
So I want to know if like what is your favorite? What's your favorite food? Your favorite luxury food? Like if you're gonna cheat, like I'm gonna do something bad. Like, do you allow yourself like a cheat day or a cheat meal or a cheat like once a month, once a week,
Sometimes. Mine's steak.
once a day?
But I do eat
Ooh.
steak a lot. It's just like, I don't even really call it as a cheat, but steak is just so good.
Yeah, and I bet your body's screaming for the iron too.
Like, or the thing that's on the no-no list that you shouldn't have.
Anything with inflammation, sugar. Is sugar on there?
Fried chicken.
Oh,
Actually, yeah.
good fried chicken.
I have I bake chicken with olive oil and I fry it in a pan. That's how I usually have my chicken. So
Do you cook too?
yes, my dad owns a restaurant. So some days when I was little,
Gosh, yeah,
I started dishwashing and then cooking.
My goodness.
That's awesome.
My goodness. Good
Now-
job.
Recently, so I've been realizing, I'm on this big stage now. I can't be having all these horrible foods and stuff. Definitely, I love myself a dessert. A dessert definitely hits me right in the right spot. Ice cream, and I used to love apple crisp.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
This is good.
But recently, for the food part, I've just been learning how to cook it for myself.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
All right, so what kind of meals are you making for yourself?
I learned how to make chicken teriyaki.
Nice.
Like, yeah. I learned how to make chicken katsu, like the breaded chicken.
Yes.
I make a
Yeah.
great katsu sauce. I'll share it with you.
Okay, share me the recipe. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
she's
then
writing a cookbook.
I can also make. Oh, actually.
Yeah, it's
That's
gonna
amazing.
it's gonna come out in about a month.
That's nice.
I
I'm
will
gonna
bring
have to
I will
get
bring
myself a
copies
copy.
to the
Oh,
academy, so
okay.
everyone can
Yeah.
have some. Yeah,
Yeah, sounds great.
yeah.
Yeah, and I know how to cook myself basic meals: steaks, burgers, obviously salads, cereal.
I love it. I love it, love it, love it.
So
So do you like spice?
No, I actually hate spice. Surprisingly, my tolerance is horrible.
Right.
So many good flavors, though. There's so
Yeah.
many good
Yeah.
flavors.
And I was gonna say if there's someone listening and older or younger and they're thinking, I think that's interesting, I might want to get involved, what would you say to inspire them to come to the academy and give it a try?
Yeah, I would say just try it. If you're not gonna so people are doing soccer and all that, they're busy with that. All you have to do is try one class and see if you like it. Because jiu-jitsu and kickboxing, whatever one they do, it changes. It helps you confidence. That's really a big thing. So when you go into it, you could be like a scared kid. But when you go into it and you get confidence, you can walk around like, oh, I know how to beat that person up.
Yeah.
That's one thing, but you don't want to.
And you're like, I'm choosing not to. So
Yeah.
you think you're bullying me, but
Lisa
You're
said
not.
that to somebody
Yeah.
in the grocery store that tried to cut her off.
Yeah, one thing about it,
I can
though,
take you down,
is
but I
that-
won't.
when you're going into the mat, you have to bow. And you get all your feelings and emotions about anyone, you get that all gone. When you get in the mat, you tap, you bow, and that's it. Then you're going out there and you're just going to have fun. That gets all the way the drama and all that.
yeah.
And that helps, if I'm having a bad day and I go on a mat and roll some, that just makes you so much happy. Something
Yeah.
about it is so,
It's teaching a mental discipline, and
Yeah.
it's about letting all that stuff go. And how many humans in this world, we carry around baggage and resentments and all of these anger and all that stuff. But actually, it teaches you. It's such a discipline. It's such a discipline. It's you can't be in your head on that mat. You cannot be in your head. You've got to be present and active.
Well, I was just
and
thinking of the
let that-
emotional regulation.
I was going to say
How
a cuss word, but I
Oh yeah. How many people get out of control mentally or emotionally, let their emotions run their behavior, and you are both doing the opposite? Your emotions are not running the show, and that's just a huge benefit. I feel like 50% of our population, their emotions run the show.
yeah.
So I think that's really interesting. What would your inspiration be to try to invite someone who had been thinking about it but isn't quite sure?
I would definitely say it isn't for everybody. I've tried getting many of my friends into the sport. I've tried. Some of them have loved it. Some of them have hated it. One of them really loved it, but couldn't keep himself from using it in the wrong way.
Yep.
And no, it's definitely not for everybody, but you should definitely give it a shot. You might love it, you might not.
But even if they don't love it, you two at your age are such an inspiration to people. And I think that number one, I think it takes a big support system to be able to launch and have a base that people have got your back, whether whether it's your parents and whether it's your coaches. It takes a team to, whether it's family or not.
And thanks to both of your parents for dedicating themselves to
But
your sport too.
But at some point, both of you had to make a decision. I'm going to go all in on me.
Yeah, definitely.
And so whether it's not the sport, what would your words of encouragement to be to other people, to being like, it takes a lot, because a lot of people live with fear and not being good enough. We talked about this on our last radio show. So many people in this world feel inadequate, but here you are as two young people that went all in. And so what would you say to people that are on the fence or encouraging them to take a chance on themselves?
As a role model to kids, you know that I'm showing you can do it. So just try it at least. It doesn't matter, like not just jiu-jitsu or kickboxing. In any sport, you want to try to be the best, try to be better, and don't compare yourself to people. Compare to yourself to yourself yesterday. That's what my dad tells me every day. Don't compare yourself to people really successful. Compare yourself to yourself yesterday.
Because you are so successful.
Yes.
I mean, at your age, for what you are so successful. So looking out to somebody else, you're probably better than somebody else's. So keeping your eye on your O's, who knows what you're going to do.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking to you guys when you go to the Olympics. You're going to come back to our show. You're not going to be like, we're too good, Felisa and Robin on the
We're
mic.
going to be in Greece in November. We'll be cheerleaders.
Hey guys, live in Greece.
That's right. That's right. So, Walter, what about you? It takes a lot, and I think people that at your age, both of you, takes a lot of courage to go all in. What would you say to people?
I would say you need to invest in yourself, because it's probably the only investment you can really control, and it's really still up to you whether you're gonna work hard enough at it, or if you're gonna let it slip through your fingers. So,
You guys are so smart.
I know.
Yeah.
I almost even can't even stand it.
Go all in on yourself.
And are you going to work hard enough to do it?
Yeah.
That's a question. Now I'm asking myself, am I doing enough
It's dedication.
Yeah.
So what have you guys done for fun this summer?
So
And what do you
Go to the
like to do
World
for
Cup.
fun?
Go to the
That's
World
true.
Cup.
But that's still work.
yeah,
It's not work, but what? But for fun, just for recreation. I'm just gonna be a normal kid. I'm not gonna be a superstar. I'm just gonna be a little bit normal.
Yeah, so I definitely have a great group of friends I hang out with a lot. My parents would say. I like going up to my friend's lake house. We went to Whale's Tail last weekend with this big group of friends, like 5 kids. Held a sleepover after. It was great. So I love hopping in the pool. I also play recreational football. So I love playing these other sports and interacting with people. It definitely gets a little lonely. Homeschooling. I was about to say at the top, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Homeschooling. So I don't do online homeschooling. I do, my dad teaches me fully. So we do Peterson Academy. It's a college coursing.
Yeah.
And right now he's trying to use ChatGPT to help me with school and give me work for days that I don't train or anything. So what I do for fun though is I have one really close friend and I hang out with her on the times that I don't work or do school or do sports. This summer's been pretty busy lately though.
Yeah, I imagine even just prepping mentally to go to compete on a stage like that in a world capacity. I imagine that everything is really focused.
I just think, how cool is that to have world champions in our studio today?
We're so proud of you guys. Yeah. You guys are amazing.
So what's the next thing that you guys are looking for? Is it Greece, or is there something else in between? Is there any tournaments or?
Yeah, actually, I've been trying to get a super fight. So it's jiu-jitsu super fights or Muay Thai super fights, whatever, because there's not enough girls. So I was trying to do this August 30th jiu-jitsu tournament because everyone's doing it. And I looked for my weight and age and belt. No one. Not a girl. Even up in age, up in belt. So then I'm asking my dad and my coach if I can fight adults. Because
Oh boy.
Because, wait.
I am not your parent, but I'm going to say, isn't that going to be above your weight class?
Yeah. So, wait. Okay, so I just did a girls thing last week for, like, rolling. And I was talking to a girl. She was like, I know. I was talking about how there's no one for me. She's like, I actually went up to white belt adults, fought against them. And I was like, wait, maybe I could do that. Because there's not enough girls.
Yeah.
So right now I'd be fighting at 135 in the next tournament against woman white belts. So
Wow.
I
Wow.
was gonna ask him, but I
Oh,
don't.
well, we
think
want
so.
we want a coach to jump on for a few.
Yeah. Do you want to
Yeah,
jump on here for a second? We're going to swap over and.
I know. We only have 5 minutes, which that's
Yeah. Karasu Tonga
We'll have to have you back.
Academy. KTA Academy. I'm just going to do this. Instagram is KTA Academy.Nashua. www.ktaacademymma.com. Welcome, Coach.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
I'm good. I'm good.
We're so excited to have you here.
Oh, thank you. I apologize. I'm from for my English, but I will do the best.
You're doing.
Oh, it's
You're
beautiful.
doing
Just keep
fantastic.
talking. I'm in love. I love the sound of your voice. So, how did you get started in this, and how did it come about where you got your little tribe, the youth?
Yeah, it's great. It's a crazy story. I've been teaching. I'm doing the sport for over 20 years. I'm just a young kid trying to go ahead somehow, create opportunities. Always trying to be athlete. For young age, I've been physically not the best, so I always had to work hard to be physically advanced. So I'm like after that, like I love keep training, keep evolving. I was able with a little bit of luck and hard work, become professional in the sport, get to the highest levels. A UFC, Bellator, I was able to touch all that. Like I would say sometimes just collect information, right? And now I'm the time that I can give it to them. I can give it the accessibility to all the kids to be able to do that, right? Again, I'm from Peru original, so third class country, moved to Japan. It's like Tarzan in Star Wars, like
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm here now,
Yeah.
right? And after that, I met my wife in Japan and was able to come all the way here. And just again, always was that I have my first kid, 22. My wife is pregnant. I wanted to give it what she deserved and say, I know how to work hard. And for that, I just knock doors and trying to show people my art, my skills. For that, slowly. I
How
was
long
able
did it take you to
evolve.
get into the professional arena?
I would say accumulations of 10 years. I was in Japan. I participate a lot in jiu-jitsu, which is really popular. I'm a black belt third degree now. I was able to go some tournaments in Japan and won. And why no? And when I come here, was brand new in New Hampshire. I was lucky enough to come in something that was brand new here. In the time, I was able to evolve with some great people. In the time, like 15 years ago, the people who was in that room right now are leaders of the sport. Much of the people make it all the way to UFC. Was able to make a living. Now some of them have their school, or why not? Some of them compete. I know that all yet, but
So do you own the studio?
I do.
You own the studio. We'll come in and you should train us on something.
Please come in.
And we'll do like a video and we'll come in and we'll
Oh.
show the studio. We'll show your things and we'll come in. Because years ago, it's been a long time, but I used to love kickboxing.
Yeah,
But I've never done anything else.
No, I would love to do that. Like the question you was saying to the kids, and it's like, it's for everyone. Like, not everybody can go to the level of like the kids. They try to become elite athletes, right?
Right.
And that's become a lot discipline. And like I say, they're building it now, right? They're really independent. They know what they need to do. We try to give that to them. it's a lot of stuff that like injuries. They're just talking about it. They say, "Oh, I never have nothing." Like he broke his arm twice. Like she
least
have
they
a
don't
foot
remember.
broken.
I did say that's why I wanted you to get on the show
It's-
too. Like,
It's so beautiful when kids like, nah, nothing. You
That's
know.
nothing.
And what's good what Walter mentioned about the arm being almost breaking and stuff. And yes, you put the kids to these challenging decisions. They are in somehow controllable because we there. The
Yes.
parents are there. As a coach, I'm there. If something happen, we will get you back. They're kids. They still growing. There's again, maybe for
We used to jump off of cliffs with. I mean, we did a lot of things. We rode bikes without helmets. We
Exactly.
There's risk, but you want to do it if they're trained and they're intelligent and they have skill. It's actually less risky.
100%. I feel like society did a really good job trying to maintain everybody alive, healthy and stuff, but in the same time, kind of slow down the other kids or the other people who have more to offer.
Yes.
And that's just literally what it's, you know. If you go to the studio, I'm coaching you through yourself, mentally, physically. Again, if you're smart, I see you and you don't look healthy, how smart you are. Like
Right.
it's just like had to be a correlated, right? Had to be something close, right?
Well, you can't have a healthy mind without a healthy body.
Exactly. You know, that's one of the things that we try to do in the gym. Again, it's a new program that we create. It's for all the kids. We're trying to create a team that we can travel team that we can move going around. Again, it's new, so sometimes the kids travel a lot more. Necessarily not travel. They think traveling is going to Ohio stuff, but we go into Connecticut for tournaments. We move, Maine, New Hampshire. It's tournaments everywhere. We have shows when we're trying to make super fights, so we had to keep it there busy. Again.
Ooh,
Like
and I'm gonna cut you off. I want to thank you for coming. Autumn, thank you. Walter, thank you.
Yeah,
we are
thank you
wrapping up
so
another
much.
episode. We will bring you more from their studio. Thank you so much.
for sure.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Secretary of State Marco Rubio talking briefly about tomorrow's summit in Alaska between President Trump and Russian President Putin. Rubio says a ceasefire is critical.
The longer these wars go on, the harder they are to end. And even as I speak, even as we talk here now, there are changes happening in the battlefield which have an impact on what one side views as leverage or the other.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis now says he's preparing to open a second immigration detention facility in North Florida to go along with the one in the Everglades known as Alligator Alcatraz, the new facility to be housed at a state prison about 40 miles west of downtown Jacksonville. Prices up at the wholesale level, surging last month. They were up 0.9% in July compared to the month before and up 3.3% over last year at this time. As more National Guard troops arrived in Washington, D.C. overnight to patrol the streets, some protested their presence. There were also ICE vehicle checkpoints set up, pulling over drivers. This is ABC News. An Israeli far-right government official is proposing a plan that could eliminate the possibility of a Palestinian state altogether. He wants to allow Jewish settlers to reside in the occupied West Bank in areas that have long been considered designated for Palestinians.
It's not something, I should say, that a lot of Israelis even back, because they do see this as having grave implications for the security of Jewish people in Israel. If there were to be, the idea of a two-state solution really was dead and buried, well, where would that leave them?
That's ABC's James Longman. Zelle facing a lawsuit from the state of New York.
The Cash App Zelle is accused of costing users over $1 billion because it didn't protect them from fraud. And New York Attorney General Letitia James filing the lawsuit in the state Supreme Court, accusing the parent company of Zelle, Early Warning Services, of neglecting to implement basic fraud safeguards despite knowing it was vulnerable.
In New York, ABC's Rhiannon Nally. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
I love a day on the water with friends, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis sometimes holds me back. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Teaching music is my passion, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now